Hey, shalom, welcome to Vakama Kapashan Jim Islam, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Chachadash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful that pushing his truth and all sincerity. Okay, back again with another video. It's kind of like a continuation, I guess, on the previous video, because, it's going into the same topic, same kind of article, but this is kind of just a little bit updated, right? Yeah, this is from 2 hours ago. I just wanted to pick out a few bits and pieces, man, because what Esau is demonstrating here is his wicked ass tactics, right, to coerce the people into subjection, man, to basically destroy them, essentially, right, to control them and to bring judgment upon them from the Heavenly Father, right. So I'm going to title this video, "Will you give in or will you break to Satan's devices?" Because I'm going to get this article here, right? And there's another article within this article that I wanted to sort of just touch on as well. It's on the same thing. But, this is really about your integrity, man. This is really about your faith, what you believe in, right? And if, whose will is stronger, is Esau's will stronger than your will? Are you going to break, because you can't deal with the pressure that he's applying on the people or applying on you, And it's going to come down to that, right? Because it's obvious that this devil here, that the Macron, right, the Macron devil, right, he pressing the people, man. Okay, he pressing the people, and even just a little while ago, I just finished watching like one of them ministers from Australia, talking about basically locking down all the unV'd, the UV'd, right, and basically, yeah, they can't do shit, man. They can't go work. They can't do nothing. So basically, the only reason they can go out the house is for the hospital appointments or whatever, food, and and things of that nature, right? So they can't go out. They can't earn any money. So even if they could go to the shop, they're not earning any money. So how are they supposed to buy provisions and whatever, And if they're relying on government benefits or whatever, then how far is that really going to stretch? Especially when all the prices are going up, and the money is being devalued. How are they really meant to live? All right, but that's the pressure that Esau is applying. That's the pressure these devils are applying to break the spirits, break the will, the minds of the people, man. So they will do what they're being told to do. Okay, which we keep telling you, man. This venom, right? Is just a stepping stone to incorporate, or introducing the MOTB upon the people, right? So if you break, if he's so able to make you break at this point, concerning the V, right? Then he's got you. He's got you in it. And this is what we keep telling you, man. He's got you. Okay, you'll take the MOTB because it'll be under the same sort of conditions. So if Esau's able to get you now, he's got you then. He's got you for that. So this is basically what we just gonna go into, right? So this is from Reuters, one of the major news corporations, right? That Esau runs, right? This is the Great Reboot, yeah, that great reset. Keep talking about, right? This is all part of it, man. Right? You don't really understand what all this means, but we do. Man. We've been watching, right? We know the scriptures, so we know where this all leads to, right? So anyway, French Parliament approves Macron's V pass. This is France's Parliament on Thursday approved President Emmanuel Macron's plans for a V pass to help curb the spread of the Omarion variant after tumultuous debate whipped up by Macron's comments that he wanted to piss off the unV'd. Right, so this is the mentality now. This guy, these men are meant to be, or these people, right? They're meant to be for the people, right? they're elected on behalf of the people. They're meant to be trying to help people, right? But the mentality is completely changed, right? The countenance of these rulers, these leaders have changed, man. Just like the scripture tell you, man, that you can't never trust an enemy, and never trust an enemy, man. You know, eventually his countenance will change. You know, and basically he'll stab you in the back, man. He will do you harm. All right. It says Macron told the Parisian newspaper earlier this week that he wanted to make the lives of those refusing, okay, the pestilence, right, the V, right, it says so complicated by squeezing them out of public places that they would end up getting, you know, the J, right? So that's their goal. That's their goal, to make it so complicated, so inconvenient. Because Esau right now is pushing convenience, through his technology. That's why, this whole reset thing is incorporating internet things, CDBDCs, and all this digital currency, and that he's pushing for convenience, and that's why the MLTB will play its part, because that's super convenient, right? And they'll push that, right? So he's gonna make things so unbearable, or he's making things so unbearable for people that they're just gonna cave in under the pressure, because they don't want this complicated and difficult lifestyle that they're currently on. And they're just gonna say, well, we're kind of just making it difficult for ourselves. We're the ones making it difficult, right? And they'll just break under the pressure, right? But this is where the faith comes into it, right? Because we, Lord willing, are not gonna bow, we're not gonna bend, not gonna break under Esau's pressure, man, to convince us that we should do what he's ordering us to do, man. Accepting his power and his dominion over us, man. No, right? We're here to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's our Lord, that's our ruler, right? And we're here to do his bidding, his will, right? And part of that will, okay, or the desire, right? If you believe you're the elect, is to take the MOTB, okay, which is where this is leading to, right? So if you can't handle the pressure now, you're not likely going to be able to handle the pressure then, man, when the real time of Jacob's trouble, when the hour of temptation comes. All right. It says Macron's coarse language barely 3 months before a presidential election was widely seen as a politically calculated, right? Because I mentioned that in the previous video. Usually they wouldn't talk like this, man, because they would lose votes, right? But obviously he believes there's a sentiment, right? Because basically most of the people are taking the V in France. So he obviously, this is calculated, so he believes that he can push this narrative, and the people that have been V, they might not agree, but they're not going to care, right? And there's people obviously frustrated in the country with the people that are unV'd, so he believes that this puts him in a strong position, right? Because more than 90% of over 12s have received two government data shows. It says blah, 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 blah. It says lawmakers in the lower house passed draft legislation, including the V pass, shortly after 5 a.m. after an all-night session by a margin of 214 to 93. So that's an overwhelming majority. All right, it says many of those who voted against the bill were from far right or left wingers. All right, so this is the categories that they're putting people in, man. Extremist groups, you want extreme left or extreme right or whatever. Those are the type of people that are going to refuse this. So we're going to target those types of people, right? And obviously, we're going to be thrown into the categories, all right, just because we don't agree, right? Even though we're not left or right in terms of, the political, we don't deal with the politicals, who side on us. Screw all of it, because it's all bullshit, right? We're here serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but obviously they're going to throw us in them categories there to demonize us, right? So going into Italy as well. Speaking about Italy, making it mandatory to opt for over 50s. Yeah, the fourth one. These men want to make people take the fourth one, right? But it's, like I mentioned, there was another article in here. I think it was this one, right? Saying company, right? It says Macron's blunt language on France's unved causes furor, right? And there's a particular paragraph. Right, so yeah, the second paragraph here says Macron said he wanted to piss off unveed people by making their lives so complicated that they would end up getting the J. Right, it says he was speaking in an interview with the Parisian newspaper, in which he also called unveed people irresponsible and unworthy of being considered citizens. Okay, which is like I mentioned in the previous video. Right, so he denouncing them, man. He denouncing them. You know, so he don't feel no way to take away your supposed rights and all that kind of stuff and making your life hell. He ain't gonna, you don't give a damn. All right. So they're trying to flip it to who's pissing off who today. So Atul said, quoting health workers struggling to cope or business hurt by the pandemic. So they're saying, well, it's not the not Macron pissing people off. It's the other way around. That these people are pissing everybody else off because they're not getting the V. All right, so like I said, Esau, you gotta be turning that pressure up, man. Okay, he's gonna make life real hellish, real difficult for you, man. All right. Oh yeah, this part. Yeah, like I mentioned the changing the countenance, right? He says that shows an aggressive side, right? And we keep talking about, well, we keep talking about, how draconian Esau's, is getting because you have but a short time. Revelation 12 and 12. You're coming through great wrath, right? Because you have but a short time, you know. And Revelation 13 that he spake like a dragon, right? He's becoming more aggressive. He's becoming more demon-like, right? More to his true nature, right? Because he don't care about people. Okay, he don't care about helping and saving nobody, right? This is all about the NWO. It's all about his agenda. It's all about getting you chipped, man. As Nick Rockefeller would have, what he said to Aaron Russo. The end game is for everyone to get chipped. So, you know, that's all it's about. So, right, so it says that shows an aggressive side. It's a bad word. It is not very clever of him. Right, so they're becoming more aggressive. They're showing their true colors. All right, and you're gonna see how red this devil is. Okay, it's turning up. It's the year of turn up, right? You know, Lord willing, Yahweh Shai, returns this year, man. But shit's definitely gonna get turned up this year. You know. But anyway, it's enough of that. Let's go grab the scriptures, right? It's 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. It says, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour." Right? He's looking to see who's gonna break. Right? And he adds a little bit of pressure. Every so often it adds a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more until you people can't stand it. Because he's already twisted the arms of a lot of people already that said they didn't want to take it. So Esau's just cranking it up, right? So we're getting into some real situations we got to deal with, man. That's what he's making shit difficult, right? getting put out of a job, getting ostracized from society, getting locked down in your house, and whatever, you know. Esau don't care about you. As far as he's concerned, you're a problem. All right, and he feels that he's got the right to, to treat you and deal with you like that. All right, so but what he's banking on is that eventually you ain't gonna be able to hack it no more, and you're just gonna accept it, right? So Satan's looking, the devil's looking around to see who he can take, right? And Lord willing, ain't gonna be none of us, right? No matter what pressure he put upon us, man. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11 says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." We know his plan. You know what this is all about. And you know, you people out here, you know, you might not what you might want to might not want to accept it or believe it. You know that this guy is really the devil. Like you might not want to accept that, right? You don't want to believe that there's a whole agenda afoot. But look, you believe that, right? Then what's all this the great reboot? What is all this all about? What is this all about? What is this great reboot? What is this great reset? What is all these things that these guys be talking about? The NWO. They keep talking about New World Orders and all that kind of stuff. So what are they talking about? What does it all mean? You the people don't know. You don't know the depths of the agenda, of the idea that these men are pushing. All right. So you can remain ignorant. You're just gonna get caught up in it and all of it. All right. This is Hosea chapter 12 verse 7. It says he is a merchant. The balance of the sea are in his hand. He loved to oppress. Man, Macron is getting all into it, man. I had the picture of him yesterday. Oh, actually, no, is it in this article as well? I had a picture of him yesterday, man. He was getting all into it, man. He's loving it. He loving putting the hurt on these people. Ain't this picture? No, he was getting all into it, man. You know, Esau loves to oppress. All right. Now I know you go into the scripture here. Okay, it's talking about the tribes here, right? But Esau's in that rulership position right now, right? And we know Esau loves it. Just look at what he did to us. You know, put us into slavery and how he treated us. Man, he loves it, man. All right. So he feel good about himself right now. All right, they're feeling hella good about themselves. You know, making all kinds of jokes behind the scenes. You know, this is Revelations 13 and 15, right? It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Then the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, right? So we're not at this point in time yet. Right now, is anyone that won't worship or anyone that won't bow down or agree or comply with the word you want to use, right? Right now is, oh, we're going to make your life difficult. Okay, we're going to try and break you. That's what they're currently doing. That's the time we're in currently. Okay, but it's gonna get to the point. These, you know, there's certain people that are not gonna break. Right, that are not gonna get down. Right, and so Esau gonna step it up a few notches. You know, that's when you're gonna be, you know, finding yourself and, you know, becoming enemies of states and all this kind of stuff. And Esau got the ability to take you out the game, man. Okay, permanently. You know, so this is where it's all gonna eventually get to. All right, it's verse 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy it or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So, like I keep saying, man, you know, right now he's looking to see who's a candidate for that, but, you know, basically who's gonna break under this pressure, because he's still gonna apply the same pressure. All right, so if you're prepared to break at this point, if this is your breaking point, then you already been got. Okay, you can be sold this MOTB, man. Okay, you can be convinced to take it, because you ain't, like I say, you ain't gonna want to deal with the hurt. You ain't gonna want to deal with the pain or the uncomfortableness that not taking it is gonna cause. All right, just like these people now, that they can't deal with it, they just want to get on. you know. So you're primed and ready to take the MOTB, man. You know. It's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1 says, "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me." Right? We're meant to counsel with the Heavenly Father in these scriptures, man. We're meant to be taking heed of what the Most High have said. Okay, the things are written aforetime are written for our learning. Right? We're meant to take heed of everything that's written in this book. All right? But people don't want to do that. People really want to do what's convenient for them. And that's the problem. You know, nobody wants to go through unnecessary pain and, uncomfortability and all that kind of. They don't really want to do that. All right? So eventually they'll give in to convenience. Right? But we're meant to stick and keep our integrity, right, and do what the Lord told us to do. Or tell us what not to do in certain cases, right? The Lord told us not to take the MOTB. The Lord told us not to trust our enemies, okay, which is Esau is the main one. All right, but for the sake of convenience, man, these people, like I said, will just give in. All right, it says that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Okay, you're just gonna go, further into wickedness, man. Do more wickedness. Accepting Esau as your God. Right? It says that walk to go down into Egypt, okay, which represents our bondage, okay, beginning with, which represents America, right? First and foremost, the head of Esau's kingdom, but his whole kingdom. Esau runs the earth, and we're all subjects unto him. All right. So that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Okay, to trust in that oppression. So therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. Right? This isn't going to end well for you people out there that believe in this system, man. Okay, it's not going to end well. All right, and we're doing our best to warn you. But the majority of people are not going to hear. All right, the majority of people you're not going to hear, because the Most High don't want you to hear. All right, this is Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Right, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." Okay, this is where it's gonna get to, man. It's gonna get real rough and rocky. People already get entertained and stuff like that over this. But this is gonna increase. This is gonna get worse. Okay, but for us, now we just need to hold fast. Okay, we just need to keep our faith and our integrity, man. Okay, believe in these words, right? Because those that believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man, they're gonna be delivered from all this evil that's gonna come upon this earth, man. Okay, these people that believe in the system, man, they're gonna be the ones, being affected and getting the brunt of it. All right. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Okay, so we just gotta hold fast, man. Stick to our guns. Okay, stick to our belief, our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, that's what's gonna keep us strong in these last days. All right, these people are getting weak. Okay, they're breaking. All right, but this is the judgment that's gonna come after these people, man. Because like I said, if you're gonna take the V, you're gonna take the chip. You're gonna take the MOTB, man. All right, and this judgment is awaiting for any one of those that take that. All right, it says Revelations 14, verse 9. "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand." Right, because they're talking about Elon definitely talking about bringing trials in for brain chips and stuff, man. To cure so-called diseases, right, or whatever. But that's technology that's being pushed right now. Okay, the whole Sweden thing that was going on, you know, when them putting their passes on there and all that kind of stuff, you know, for the Carlos Vela, right? You know, it's all happening right now this year, being pushed, being put out there, right? So we're gonna see how this all develops this year, man. Because this year again is gonna be an exciting year, you know, for us, right? We're gonna see all this prophecy unfold, man. All right. This is the same, verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right, so Esau, he trying to coerce people to get to not to take this, man, eventually. Right, so you know all he's doing now is prepping you. Right, how far or how long are you people willing to be stubborn? He's testing it. Okay, he's testing it, man. Okay, but he can't. Let's just say, he can't deceive the elect, right? He can't break the elect. Okay, that's what he. That's really who he wants, man. He couldn't give a shit. He was quite happy to kill everybody, but he really wants to, get the Israelites condemned to the Most High, to have the Most High destroy them all. That's what he would love. He would love that. He would love to have all the Israelites destroyed by the Most High. So he would try and get all of us done, all of us marked. Okay, but that ain't gonna happen. That can't be the case, right? Because the Most High, have protected his elect. All right, the elect won't take the mark. All right, so it can't happen. Esau's always gonna be the one that loses. All right, so we just need to keep doing what we're doing, keep the faith, keep strong, and we go ride all these things out, man. With the load of our power, man. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna say shalom. I hope this is edifying, and I'll catch you brothers and sisters on the next video, man. So till then, I say shalom.